Hey, Funnel Vision readers, it's Haley from the Funnelytics marketing team back for another week of showing you how we use Funnelytics at Funnelytics. So today I'm actually going to walk you around two different canvases that we have created and used this week. The first one is our marketing acquisition journey. So this is the customer journey that people flow through when they are new to Funnelytics. Last week, we made some fairly significant changes to the journey. So I'm going to dive in and show you kind of where the changes happened. Prior to last week, what we had people doing was going to a Start Here survey. They would complete the survey and then get an email to register their account. What we found was there was a fairly significant drop off between the amount of people completing the survey and the ones actually completing and creating their account. So what we've done is kind of flip that process on its head. And now we have people registering their account first. Once that process is complete, they then get redirected to finish the survey, and then they are directed back directly into the canvas. So the reasons we did this are, again, addressing that drop-off that we saw, but also delivering on value that people come to us for. So we see this as a value engine, meaning the entire goal of this journey is to deliver value to our users. So by taking them directly to a canvas versus a sales page, they are able to derive value from our product faster. So let me show you kind of what the few things we noticed this week were. The first was, as I mentioned before, the account is created before the survey is complete. So one of the things we actually used this for this week was QA. As you can see, about 1,100 people completed the survey, but only 216 created their account. So what we found is we have a little bit of a tracking issue that we are sending over to our tech counterparts to have them sort out. So this is one of the cool ways that we use Funnelytics this week, is having real-time insights on how people are flowing through. We can kind of catch issues and snags within our tracking process so we can course correct them faster. The second canvas I'm going to walk you through is in a similar vein to the last one. It is sort of measuring the most recent changes we've applied. So this one was created by Kevin, our COO, and it is to track how calls are being routed on our end. So we do have different product lines and sales teams, one that speaks specifically to agencies and helps them with partnership opportunities. And then we do have another team that focuses specifically on delivering value to businesses. So with this, this canvas is set up to show is of the people who sort of landed at our homepage, went through that registration process we just talked about. So creating their account and registering, completing that process, how many of them actually ended up in our sales value engine. So as you can see here on the Discover page is where the split happens between business and agencies, and then that ultimately leads to a call schedule. So Kevin has created this sheet here so he can track that process. And up here is just a little bit more of a simplified version, a high level of that. And then it's also seeing sort of 1.0 versus 2.0, how those calls scheduled are differentiating between the two products that we, the one that was the older version and 2.0, which is the new version of our product. The other cool thing we've done is we've added new questions to our segmentation survey. We simplified it, cleaned it up, making sure that the questions we were asking deliver value to the person filling them out, like we're using the data for valid reasons, and then also making sure that we're using the data on our end to help filter and deliver value. So you can see here, we have this little survey completed node that tells us how many people completed our survey during this time period. And then it also breaks down their responses so we can see exactly how our questions were answered on the form. We then go and break them down into agency and business so we can see sort of what the job role, level, and function of everyone is on the agency world along with the business. And then we've also asked, a new question we've asked is if they have interest in just mapping alone or if they have interest in mapping and also analyzing their strategy. So here you can see we then have the high level differentiation, and then we also see based on their job role or function who has interest in mapping and analyzing versus who has interest in mapping. So another cool way that we're using it is to obviously keep tabs on how our form conversion rates are working. One other thing we're doing is kind of looking at this mapping and analyzing segment and seeing how we can kind of use this data within our holiday promotion. If you want to see more behind the scenes footage, or if you're finding this content helpful, please let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to continue walking you around canvases week over week. Anyways, I will see you in the new year.